Just is this what it's like talking to me or not?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, man.
Than peanut butter and jelly. They're no strangers to making the
Number
most
32 on
bafflingly
trending.
awful choices they can with their products and their community, but today's is a little special. They've decided to start cracking down on profanity in Overwatch, a game that is rated T for teen, not W for weenies. It's rated T with mild language being one of the reasons, so there's already some swearing present in the game by default. However, if a player, like a human being, engages in some naughty language, they can just get banished to the Shadow Realm for it. So collegiate Overwatch player's been banned for 30 days after saying fuck and shit in his chat logs, a decision that will end his college career as he'll be unable to participate in his last tournament. It's a complete non-issue. It's not like he was
Is that even true though? Chat, is this the only thing he actually wrote?
participate in his last tournament. It's a complete non-issue. It's not like he was spamming slurs or anything. He said some simple swear words. Club Penguin was more lenient on cussing than Overwatch.
I'm not defending it. I
Getting
just think
banished
be
to the
careful.
Shadow Realm because you said shit in-game is incomprehensible, especially a competitive game like Overwatch. That's going to happen, and yet for some reason, the hall monitors at the Blizzard support staff are left aghast, literally shocked at people would say the word shit in-game.
Guys, sometimes, okay, guys, there are times where like his fact checking wasn't as good as I thought it would be. Okay, I'm just wondering, guys, people that get banned for chat logs always misrepresent why they got banned. This is not my first rodeo, chat. Okay, people that say why they got banned always misrepresent. It happens all the time. Yo, guys, I got banned for no reason because I said lol W. Check their logs, and he stays like KYS like fucking every 3 sentences. Chill out.
And they stand by this decision, by the way. It wasn't a mistake. They actually fight tooth and nail trying to explain that they don't appreciate and will not allow profanity in Overwatch. Despite having a profanity filter, no F-bombs are allowed for the player Derpy. And
It was upheld. Then are you going to get? The appeals are for discussion.
by extension, any other player, from what I can tell. They seem to make it a blanket statement that profanity is truly the devil, and it's not welcome in the holy household of Overwatch 2. It was upheld, templates are all you're going to get, appeals aren't for a discussion. In this particular case, profanity. F-bombs in any form are not acceptable. PJ. PJ is obviously the initials of the individual that mishandled this case, but I really think it's more applicable if it stands for profanity janitor. Like, they just have one kind of expert who's perpetually offended by any...
Chat. That sounds insane.
GG 5 times, and now I'm banned from playing this stupid game for 72 hours. Come on, game. Get your priorities right. I said GG 5 times, and now I'm banned from playing this stupid game for 72 hours. Come on, game.
That's crazy. Wait, it's actually real.
Yeah, it's crazy too. It's like Cassidy's belt is like badass motherfucker or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like they're so confused.
Most
with what they're
benefiting
doing.
appropriate language. I see the F word and the SH word in there as well. Jesus, what the fuck is that?
Any kind of foul language, and they just sick the hound on the entire Overwatch community, making sure that he goes on a banning rampage if you start saying things like fuck in the game. So anyway, they seem very upset at the idea of F-bombs in Overwatch. So a user pointed out, why would you even have a profanity filter if using profanity is a bannable offense? Why not just blacklist those words and lead to a chat ban instantly? Why even have a profanity filter? Which is a great point. You have to turn off the profanity filter, meaning you are making the conscious decision to see some less than stellar language being tossed around, less than proper words.
Chat.
Why?
Chat, now I can leak it, chat, because it's been long enough. Guys, when we had a tournament, okay, for Blizzard last time, they had sent us a grid. It was a word bank for words we cannot use during a tournament, And chat, I'm not kidding. You couldn't say crazy or like insane or any sort of state of like mental state of like delirium or whatever. You couldn't use any words at all. Dude, it was crazy.
Would you ban people?
Nah, it's not something crazy, but there was other words, but I just
using
realized I don't
those
remember all of them.
words? You wouldn't even have the profanity filter in the first place. This just showcases
There
how
was
this
more.
has truly come out of nowhere. It's a fucking stupid decision. But here, let's dive a little bit more in depth on exactly what's happening here. Overwatch 2 players are getting banned for swearing, and they're not thrilled. Blizzard's customer service is in hot water after a series of exchanges about Overwatch 2's profanity rules caught the attention of the community and subsequently went viral. Apparently, profanity of any kind is considered against the hero shooter's code of conduct. Say that tipping developers isn't a bad idea.
What?
I have not seen that, Aston, but I can look it up. The former boss of Blizzard Entertainment has suggested
Tip the devs. Chat.
that a post-purchase
Tip
tip feature
the-
that would let players give $10 to $20 extra to the developers of special games. That's definitely not going to the developers. That's just going to the studio. The developers won't see a dime of that shit. Former Blizzard president Mike Ybarra tweeted that he's often felt that upon completion of
Chat, this is some tip the landlord type behavior.
a
What the
particularly enjoyable single-player game, he'd like to give more money to the developers because it was worth more than my initial $70, and they didn't try to nickel and dime me every second. I don't know what world you're living in. I don't know what he's playing.
Tip the construction worker. Isn't that
Most
just
of the
bridge
$70
tolls?
games that are coming out are really kind of half-baked
Chat, isn't bridge tolls just like tipping the government?
and focused on trying to nickel and dime you. Games Ybarra mentioned that had sparked such a feeling include Guerrilla's Horizon Zero Dawn, Sony Santa Monica's God of War, Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption 2, Larian's Baldur's Gate 3, and some From Software's Elden Ring. I know $70 is already a lot, but it's an option at the end of the game I wish I had at times. Some games are that special. It's fair to say that the reaction to the suggestion is mixed, with many people saying they're already forking out plenty of money for video games. Others have pointed out that some game platforms such as itch.io already allow tips, and that small indie developers often use established
Taxes are just
platforms for
tipping
donations.
the
Many
White
have also
House.
pointed out that any extra revenue generated through these tips would invariably end up in the pockets of the publishers as opposed to the developers themselves.
Alright.
And your landlord.
Alright, what else we got today, boys? Anything else in the chat? What is this?
Extended
Wait,
highlights
I sent you a
presented by
link.
Heineken.
What's that?
But you have to hide the URL and you have to open incognito.